Hey guys, welcome back. Today I will be talking to you about a very interesting topic in general surgery, that is burns. I'm sure all of us are familiar with the word burns. Everybody at any moment, at any phase of life must have experience with burns. Let's start with it. What is burn? Burn is a type of coagulative necrosis which is caused because of heat and it is transferred from the source to the body. Burns generally happens at a temperature above 44 degrees Celsius. There is another term frostbite which is also a type of coagulative necrosis and it occurs because of cold. Basically it happens to the patients who are exposed to or who live in cold extremities. Let's talk about the assessment of different types of burns. First, partial thickness burns. It is a type of burns in which superficial layers are destroyed and nerve endings are exposed. Superficial layers of skins are destroyed and nerve endings are exposed. In such cases, patient will experience severe amount of pain. The second is full thickness burns. So it is a condition in which subcutaneous tissues are exposed and nerve endings and nerves are damaged or destroyed, and the patient will hardly experience very little or no pain. Next is assessment of the burn is done within involved area. First is epidermis. Epidermis layer of the skin, in that you get burn. So the healing will occur in 3 to 5 days and without a scar. Next is dermis layer. In this burn, the healing will occur within 10 to 12 days and there will be a scar formation. The third is a full thickness burn in which it will take generally about 3 to 4 weeks for the healing to occur, and once the dead tissue is formed, then the healing there is a requirement for a placement of skin graft. Now there is another type of the assessment of the burns. It is the rule of Wallace or rule of 9. So basically Wallace is a person who came up with this rule in which he describes the severity of the burn according to the percentage and the area involved in the body. So Wallace states that if the burns of the head and the neck, so 9% of the body gets burned. Then burns involving thorax, burns involving abdomen, burns involving upper limbs, so 18% of the body gets burned. Then the burns of the lower extremities, both lower and left limbs are involved. 36 of the percentage body gets burned. Then burns of genital, only 1%. Now let's discuss about the line of the treatment. What is the first line of the treatment when the patient gets burned? क्या करते हैं हम सबसे पहले जब body burn हो जाती है? So the first thing which we do is that we should wash the burnt area with the cold water, or we ask the patient to take cold water bath. Even ice packs are given to patients. Secondly, the burnt area should be properly washed or with an antiseptic. Antiseptics like Savlon, Dettol, iodine, betadine should be applied to the burnt area. Then carefully case history should be taken about the severity of the burn. Then we should properly monitor temperature, blood pressure, pulse for such patients. Then the patient, in case of very severe burn, hospitalization should be done and the patient should be admitted to the proper burn ward. Then the Ryle's tube is always placed and the cold stomach wash is given to the patient so that the patient does not develop peptic ulcers. Narcotic analgesics like morphine, IM is given to the patients if the patient has a lot of pain. So analgesics are given to the patients. Then to avoid septicemia, cephalosporins and even broad spectrum antibiotics, antibiotics working against gram positive, gram negative bacteria are given to the patients. Now the proper treatment which comes after the burns. So blood transfusion is also given. Blood is given to the patients if the patients with the burns above 20%. Now the patients with the burns which are above 30%, the patient there is a chances of anemia, so the blood is also transferred to such patients. Proper treatment for the burns is that first you have to wash the area with the proper cold water, then silver sulfadiazine is applied as a cream which is given to the patients, and close dressing is given, dressing with the cotton pack is given to the patient. Tangential excision is also done, and the grafting is done after 24 hours. Now the burn wound is excised tangentially till the fresh bleeding occurs, and then skin graft is placed. Now let's discuss about this different types of skin grafts. So burns which are involving full thickness, only that in that case is the grafts are placed to the patients. Different types of skin grafts are split skin graft, which is also known as serrage grafts. So it is a graft which it consists of 2/3 layers of the skins. Then whole thickness grafts, it is also known as Wolff's grafts, in which it involves the entire layer of the skin, but the fat is not adherent to it. Then we have pedicle flap. What is pedicle flap? It is also a type of skin grafts, but it involves blood vessels with that. What are the indications of pedicle flap? देते हैं हम pedicle flap patients को the burns or the wounds in which the bones involving on the in which the bones, cartilages, tendons are exposed. What are the requirements of skin grafts? Skin grafting करने से पहले क्या देखते हैं हम? So first and foremost thing which we see before placing a skin graft is that area, the wounded area, should be free of any bacteria. So swab is taken and it is cultured in the lab, and it is seen whether there is some bacteria. Then underlining, there should be always below the wound there should be underlining healthy tissue, granulation tissue should be present. Then after placing the graft, that area should be properly immobilized. Then there should be proper contact between the recipient bed and graft for proper adherence and proper acceptance. Now, last but not the least, what are the causes of the death in burns? First is hypovolemic shock. Patient can also die because of suffocation, because of respiratory burns, and even because of septicemia. I hope I have thrown some light to all the people who are interested in knowing about the burns. Thank you so much. Bye.